and you want to start or grow your business with digital products that actually align with your God-given purpose, this is the live for you, okay? I'm going to be breaking down how you can start your business from scratch, and not just any old business, okay? A business that actually aligns with your God-given purpose, all right? A business that aligns with your God-given purpose. That is vital. So vital, because there's a lot of people out there just doing business, but it's not technically the business that God wants them to do, right? They never consulted with God first. They never, ask God, like, Lord, like, is this the plan? Is this what you want for me? Like, and oftentimes I think a lot of people also too are, just in business to make money. And granted, we have a business to make money, but that's not what it's all about. It's really about serving others, loving what you do, loving how you show up, loving and being able to pour into others, and really just giving value, right? You want to give value. You want to make sure that whoever comes in your path, they are leaving better than they came, right? And so it's vital that you are starting a business with the right heart posture, with goodwill for others, and just in a mindset to really make other people's lives better, solving problems. Like, that is the whole purpose of a business. It's not about, just making a bunch of money and just seeing how rich you can get, how wealthy you can get. No. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. And you have to be a steward of what God has given you, what God is calling you to steward. You have to steward it properly. You have to steward it with a beautiful heart posture. I think that's why, well, not that I think, I know that's why God blessed Solomon the way he did, right? Solomon was the wisest and the wealthiest. I believe he was the wealthiest, right? The wealthiest man in the Bible. I believe he was the wealthiest man in the Bible. Yeah. Anyway, so God blessed him because the prayer that Solomon prayed, or the thing that Solomon asked for, was wisdom to be able to steward his people well, because he was going into kingship after his dad David was passing. And after his dad was passing, he was going into kingship, and he was a young man, and he said, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you please bless me with wisdom so that I'm able to steward your people, steward this assignment that you've given me. And I think that's something that a lot of people, they don't do, right? They don't seek God. They don't seek after God. And so I'm going to be breaking down how you should start your business from scratch. Okay. And so I'm excited to jump into it today. Before I jump into it though, I'm going to just introduce myself for those of you who are new here and just not familiar with me. My name is Janel Ranée. Hello, my name is Janel Ranée. I am a certified life and business mindset coach, and I help moms, working moms, entrepreneurial moms, women of faith to discover their purpose and to create digital businesses so that they can begin to profit from their purpose passively, okay? And I do this so that they can actually obtain that life of freedom, the life of flexibility, and the life of fulfillment that they truly desire, all right? And so that is what I do. Hello. All right, so now that that's out the way, let us jump into what I have for you today. Okay, let me actually erase this board because this is from yesterday. I should have probably done it before, but whatever. All right, so I can't wait to jump into this. And before I even while I'm here erasing this board, I want to share that I have a awesome challenge that's coming up next week, and when I say I'm so excited about this challenge, I'm so excited about this challenge. Like, I help dozens of moms to create their digital products, right? But I've never done it in 5 days. And so this challenge is literally to help you to start your digital products in 5 days. I am like, whoa, because I have a $7 bundle that allows you to, it's a $7 bundle that I have going around. that helps you to start your business in 30 days. And that's, I have a 30-day roadmap within my coaching program. Oh, thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate you. I have a 30-day roadmap inside of my coaching program because I serve working moms, moms that are busy, entrepreneurial moms. They're busy. And so, you can do it faster according to your level of expertise or your level of, but because I wanted to be, just really on demand and just like kind of as you go, it's, is this the kitchen over? Cause I'm a kid. This guy. I don't know what you mean. Is this like kitchen over? Cause I'm a kid. I don't know what that means. Okay. So yeah, you can go faster if you want inside of my coaching community. But like this time, like this challenge is literally like going to be so fire because I'm literally walking alongside you and helping you step by step to not only discover your purpose, but to create a profitable digital product. You're going to have a list of 100 digital product ideas. You're going to have the done for you template, so you're not starting from scratch. You're going to have just literally day by day breakdown of just how to go about like creating your digital product. Not only are you going to have it align with your purpose, but you're also going to have it, you're going to also be able to articulate the value of your product so that when you are going out to sell it, you can actually articulate the value that it brings to people's lives. Like, I'm telling you, it's literally, I'm really excited for women to jump in because let me tell you, it's going to be so good. So good. And I can't wait because you know what it is? Like a lot of women, like a lot of people, they have all these ideas, but they never go after it, right? They never, it's like you never find the time or, it's excuse after excuse after excuse. And then, these ideas, they just linger on day after day, week after week. By the time you look up, it's years later and you haven't done anything with the idea that God gave to you. And I think also oftentimes people are complaining about their finances and God gave them a business idea years ago, right? But they just haven't taken action. And so it kind of is one of my pet peeves when people are, praying for like, well, I shouldn't say people, but like believers, like when Christians are praying for God to bless them, praying for all, like praying completely out of order because according to God's word in Ephesians 1:3, he's already blessed you with every spiritual blessing. Hola. With every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places, you've already been blessed. And so like, you don't have to be praying for blessings. God has already blessed you, okay? Blessings is your portion. It's just a matter of you having the faith to pull it from the heavenly realm into the earthly realm, just as God's word commanded us to do. It's just really important that we understand that we have to do our part. Listen, God gave us a seed, right? He gave us a seed. The trees grow, and we are to be the ones to actually take the wood from the tree and make tables. God is not going to come here and make a chair for you. He's not going to come here and make, build a house for you. No. He's given you the raw materials. He's given you the natural resources. And we as human beings have to go out now and build upon that. And so the idea that God has given to you, you have to now do the work, right? You do your part. You got to do your part and God will do his part. But you can't expect God to just come and throw, $1 million on your lap, right? Or $100,000 on your lap, or even $1,000 on your lap. He's not going to just make money appear out of nowhere. You have to do your part. Hey, what's up, Lily? How are you, girl? How are you, queen? I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm talking about how to start your business from scratch, but starting it from scratch the right way, okay? The right way. And so let's go ahead and for you and ramble all day about that. Okay, so start your business from. Okay, so the acronyms. I always have an acronym. Thanks, girl. I'm glad. I always have an acronym, but I'm not even going to tell you what the acronym is. I'll just start it, and then you'll figure out what the acronym is. Whatever. Okay. First step is seek for guidance, for strategy, for you want to seek God for like just what he's placed inside of you, right? Because I always say only your creator can tell you how he's created you. Only your creator can tell you how he's only your creator can tell you how he has created you, what he's put inside of you, the gifts, the talents, the skills. And so it's really important that you seek God, right? Proverbs 3:5 says, acknowledge God in all your ways and he will order your steps, right? And so that is a principle of the Bible. You have to acknowledge God. You have to acknowledge him in all your ways and allow him to order your steps. And I think that's what a lot of people go wrong, where they just go off and do their own thing and they never acknowledge God. They never seek God. They never ask God, like, Lord, is this the plan that you have for my life, right? In prayer. And, I think a big thing that a lot of people do is they'll pray and they'll pray and they pray and they pray, but they never listen. They don't take the time to actually listen to what God is saying to them, and it's really important to be able to, prayer is a conversation, it's like, through meditation, you sit and you just listen. So I always advise my clients, like, whenever you are praying, if you pray for 10 minutes, at least sit for another 10 and just listen. Right? Just listen to what God is going to put on your heart. Whatever you feel like God is speaking to your heart, that's what you got to do. Right? And so it's really important that you take the first step in seeking God so that you can actually have clarity on your purpose. Because like I said, only your creator can tell you why he created you. And literally that's the first step in my CPR framework, is to realign with your creator for clarity. Your clarity is not going to come from anything else other than God, right? He's the only one that's going to be able to give you the clarity that you seek, that you desire. But it requires you to get quiet. It requires you to be still so that you can identify his voice and identify what he's calling you to do in the season. All right. And so that is the S. Okay. First and foremost, I'm always going to start with seeking God, knowing God, going to him first and foremost in all of your ways. Acknowledge him in all of your ways. Okay. And then the second thing you're going to do is you're going to think about who you're called to serve. So think about who you are called to serve. I hope I could fit everything. I might have to erase some of that because then it won't fit. So yeah, the T is to think. Okay, you want to think. And so when you are starting your business is to serve others. Right? And so it's really important that you are not thinking about yourself. You're thinking about the person that you are called to serve. You're thinking about the community that you're called to serve, right? That's who you're thinking of. That's who you're focusing on. You're like, okay, how can I solve their problem? How can I solve their problem in a way where they would want to pay me for it, right? How can I solve their problem in a unique way? How can I solve their problem to the best of my ability? Right? You want to always, I'm always, every morning, I'm like, God, how can I serve? How can I serve, the moms out there who are looking to start their businesses? How can I serve the moms out there that are seeking that financial freedom, who are seeking that freedom, really the time freedom, location freedom? How can I serve her? What can I say to her today to help her, to motivate her, to push her, to inspire her, to take action, to step out on faith into who God is calling her to be, right? Every day, I'm constantly thinking of the woman that I'm called to serve. I'm constantly thinking of her, right? And, throughout this process of entrepreneurship, it's become where, and I even prayed for this, and I'm seeing it more and more and more in my life. I'm seeing the fruit of it in my life. It's like me becoming more and more selfless. It's not about me. It's about who I'm called to serve. Even when I don't feel like showing up, when I don't feel like doing something, I understand my assignment. I understand who I'm called to serve. And if it's one person, I want to be able to leave an impact. I want to be able to say something that'll inspire her to take action, because I know what it's like to feel lost. I know what it's like to feel confused and confined and just not knowing who I am or whose I am, or not knowing what my purpose or my assignment is. I know that feeling. And so if I can show up here on social media, whether it be YouTube, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, wherever I can show up and just serve, right? That is what it is. You have to think about who you're called to serve. You're not thinking about just solely yourself. If that you don't have a business that way. You don't have a business that way. And if you do start a business that way, I don't know how long it's going to last, right? Because if you truly want God to bless your business, I did this diagram before a few days ago, but I think it's really important. So this is you, right? This is who you're called to serve. This is the person, your customer, right? This is God's people, right? This is God's people. So this is you. This is God's people, right? These are God's people. Your business should be to serve them, right? So you should be consulting with God every day. So this is God, right? In the heavenly places. This is God. And you should be reaching out to God every day for ideas, right? Of how you can serve his people. And so when you have a business, especially a kingdom business, you want to plant yourself right in the middle between God's people and God. Your business should be planted right in the middle. God, how can I serve your people? If you truly want your business to be blessed, you need to be a conduit of God's blessings. God should be able to get the blessings to you so that he can get it through you so that you can bless his people. That is why Solomon was blessed. That is why he was blessed, because he prayed the prayer and said, well, when God visited him in his dream and asked him, what do you want? I'll give you anything you want. And Solomon didn't ask for money. He didn't ask for more health. He didn't ask for any riches. He didn't ask for anything besides wisdom so that he can serve God's people well. And because God honored that, he said, you know what? Not only am I going to give you wisdom, I'm going to give you wealth as well, and I'm going to give you everything else you need. And so you have to be the middleman, right? Be that conduit to get the blessings to God's people. And so that's a quick little diagram that I like to share, because it's like, this is how you should be looking at your business. Okay. So the S is to seek, the S is to seek God. The T is to think about who you're called to serve, right? Think about who you're serving. And then the next letter is an A. You want to assemble. So here is where you're going to actually assemble a product, right? I recommend digital products because you don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to worry about creating something or packaging something every single day as you're getting orders in. No. Just assemble a digital product. And I love digital products, okay? I have so many of them and I love creating them. They're a game changer, because I often share my first business, which I still have. It's a product-based business. But, my audience, literally what I was just saying with the think, I think about my audience. My audience are working moms. They're busy moms, right? Entrepreneurial moms who they're already busy as it is. They're working, they're running their business. And so I wanted to be able to say, okay, what type of business is the best business for her? And in this day and age, it's a digital product business. This way she can create a digital product that actually aligns with her God-given purpose so that she can have the fulfillment that she truly wants. She can have the fulfillment of actually walking in assignment with what God literally designed her to do, right? She's not just out here just putting any, just selling whatever. No, she's taking her years of experience. She's taking her years of education. She's taking some of her pain points in the past and creating purpose out of that, right? She's literally breaking down her passions. What are the things she loves to do? What are the things that she's actually good at doing, right? Her proficiencies. And so she's taking everything that is within her, or like a piece of whatever is within her passions, her proficiencies, her skills, her talents, her gifts, her spiritual gifts, like what are the gifts that God has given to her? She's taking some of those things and packaging it into a digital product, a guide, an ebook, a course, something that she can sell over and over and over again, right? And so this is why I'm so passionate about assembling digital products and helping my moms, my women, to actually go out there and create digital businesses with digital products that actually align with their God-given purpose. That is my passion. I love doing what I do because it allows them the window of opportunity to create that freedom on multiple levels of their lives. And so that's why I'm so excited about next week's challenge, where literally in 5 days, I'm going to be challenging you. We're going to do it together. We're going to be creating a digital product, a purpose-driven digital product in 5 days. In 5 days. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. It's definitely going to be a huge stepping stone. If you're interested in starting, if you don't know where to start your business and you're like, oh, I don't know where to start, this is where you start, okay? This is where you start in next week's challenge. All right, so now the next letter is R. The next thing you want to do when you are starting your business from scratch the right way is you want to constantly remind yourself, right? Remind yourself, why are you in business? Remind yourself constantly of your why. Like I mentioned before, up here with the think, when you're thinking about your clients, it kind of is similar to this, but you want to constantly be reminding yourself, okay, why am I doing this business? There are going to be days where it gets hard. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak, right? It's very fulfilling. I'm telling you, like, it's you're constantly working, but because you're working in your purpose, it doesn't feel like work, right? It feels like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's like an inner knowing that this is why you are on this earth. And so when you're doing your purpose work, you're constantly reminding yourself of your why. In the hard times, the times where you're like, you want to cry, right? In between tears, you're reminding yourself, okay, this is why I started this business. I'm out here to serve, right? I'm out here to serve. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, but then there's so much that can go right. And so that's why it's really important to keep a mindset of, understanding that you have everything that you need, especially as a blood-bought believer in Jesus Christ. You have the Holy Spirit within you, guiding you, leading you. His word literally tells us that when we acknowledge God in all that we do, He orders our steps. And so you want to constantly, when you are in business, constantly remind yourself of your why. Right? When I was transitioning from nursing into full-time entrepreneurship, my why was my children. Truly, it was my children. It was, I wanted so much more than anything else to be able to be present with my children. I felt like, I was working all the time and working long shifts, working really long shifts as a nurse. I would do 12-hour shifts. And then there would be multiple weeks where I'm doing overtime, right? And it's like I was literally working away from my children all the time, and it broke me. Like I'm just like, I want to be present with my kids. I want to be able to work from home. That was my biggest desire more than anything else. And this, I had to remind myself of the why. When I was working to build my business from scratch, I had to remind myself of the why. My why were my children. Really, it was, like building a life where I can be flexible. I don't have a boss down my back. I don't have to ask anyone for time off, like I'm working from home or working from anywhere of that matter. And so I had to remind myself of that. Okay. So that's something that you want to always look into. And another thing too is, remind yourself, like, so each and every one of our purposes, we all have the same purpose in life. I often say this, we all have the same purpose, and our purpose is to glorify God, according to Isaiah 40 verse 3, I think it is. But according to the book of Isaiah, we were created to glorify God. That's why God created us. And so whatever we do in our lives, it's to glorify God. And so that means He's put an assignment on your life. He's put gifts, He's put talents, He's put skills inside of you. He's wonderfully and fearfully made you. And so it's your responsibility now to discover what those things are, right? Discover what your gifts are, and then develop your gifts, develop those gifts, and then go out and deliver them. That's how you glorify God. It's like, if I have this iPad, I have my iPad, and I never use it for its purpose, right? I never ever use it. I probably have this iPad, and I don't know, I'm using it maybe I'm trying to use it only to make phone calls. I mean, it can technically make phone calls, but just say whatever, like I'm using it just for phone calls and not for all of the other features that it can do, right? Or maybe I'm using it as a camera. I'm using this solely as a camera, and I'm not utilizing it for all of the other abilities it has to do. Like imagine God, like literally He's put so many gifts inside of you, but if you never take the time to like discover what it is and to develop it and deliver it, it's like you're not useless, but you're not living in the fullness of what He's called you to be, right? Of who He's called you to be. You're not living in the fullness of that. And so obviously He wants you to glorify Him by taking the time to be still, to be one with Him, and just doing the inner work, really. And that's what my coaching program helps my clients to do. It's like to do the deep inner work necessary to pull out the hidden gems that are within you that you are overlooking, so that you can build a profitable business from that, right? You can literally, God tells us in His word, Deuteronomy 8:18, He's given us the power to create wealth. And so everything we need is already within us. Everything we need, the life of freedom you desire, is already within. Everything I needed for me to start my business was already within me. I didn't know it. If I didn't do the inner work necessary, I wouldn't have known. And I would have still been stuck, clocking in to a job that was just had me miserable, right? Missing precious time with my kids. If I never took the time to discover, develop, and deliver my gifts. And this is exactly what I help my clients to do. Okay, so the last thing, and then let me know if you see the acronym here. The last thing that you want to do. Oh, I started touching on this. So this is where I was going with this. So you want to remind yourself, okay, who you're glorifying, right? So you're God, right? This is your why, right? So you want to remind yourself constantly of your why. So your mission is to glorify God. It's to serve others, right? So you want to remind yourself of who you're serving, right? So who you're serving and who you are becoming in the process, right? And so I did a whole teaching on this because this is a revelation that I got. So I did a whole video about this before, but I was speaking a few months ago about how I was asking God, what was I asking God? like, oh yeah, so I was sharing how, I have a big vision, right? I have a big vision, and it's so important, it's so vital to really enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey while you're on the walk to the vision, right? Well, the vision's already done, right? But while you're on the journey to actually seeing the vision in your natural life, right? From bringing it from the spiritual into the physical, while you're on the journey, enjoy it and stop. And then I think for me, I was constantly like, Lord, well, how? Or like, when? That was my big one. When am I going to see this vision? And God, like, I'm just like, I know like what God has taken me from, and literally living the life that I'm living now by the grace of God. Like, I'm just so grateful for where I am today. But then I still see this big vision that God has given to me, and I'm like, okay, Lord, when we getting there, right? When are we getting there? And so I was kind of driving myself nuts, because I'm like, okay, when? And God had to sit my butt down and was just like, nope, it's not about because I kept asking like, how? And then he was like, nope, what you're going to do is you're going to move that W over in front of the H, right? And so instead of it being how, it's going to be who. So that was the lesson here, right? So who am I serving, right? When I'm showing up every day in my business, I'm glorifying God. I'm serving the women that I'm called to serve, the people that God has called me to serve. And I have to focus on who I'm becoming in the process, right? Who am I becoming? God is not going to bless you before time. Like, if you are not prepared for the blessing, if you can't handle the blessing, don't expect it, right? And so it's just like me not giving my 8-year-old the keys to my car outside, right? I'm not going to give her the keys to my truck because she's 8 years old. She wouldn't be able to handle it. And so it's important that we focus not on how the vision is going to happen, how it's going to be done, but who. We got to, in the process, we're focusing on who. Focusing on who we're glorifying, who we're serving, and who we're becoming in the process. All right. And so I just wanted to share that, because that was a lesson that the Lord had to sit my butt down and give to me just a few months ago. All right. So now we'll jump into the last letter, and let me know if you see the acronym here. So the last letter is, when you're starting your business from scratch the right way, okay? The last letter is to talk. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have to talk about it, right? You have to talk about your business. If you do not talk about your business, if you do not market your business, if you don't advertise your business, you do not have a business. That is telltale. You have to have an amazing offer. You have to have an offer. And you have to have a way to talk about your offer, right? You have to have a way of how you're going to show up and talk about your offer. Okay? And so whatever platform you decide to sell on, wherever you're going to show up, even if you want to sell in person, whatever you decide to do, but you have to talk about your offer. You have to talk about your product. You have to talk about the value of what your product does. You have to be able to feel conviction, knowing that your product is solving a problem for others, no matter who it is that you're called to serve and how you're called to serve them. You have to show up and you have to talk about your product. You have to show up. You have to talk about your business. You have to talk about the solution that you have for other people's problems, right? This is how you're going to generate sales in your business. And you want to do this every day. Every day, show up. Show up and talk about what it is that you have to offer. There are people out there that need what it is that you have. When you're starting a business, it's not for yourself, right? It's pointless if you're keeping it to yourself. You created this product, now you have to talk about it so people can know that you have it for sale, right? And so, as you can see, for you to start your business from scratch the right way, you have to seek God, think about your audience, who you're called to serve, assemble your digital products, remind yourself constantly of your why, and go out and talk about your product, right? And so that all spells start. For you to start your business from scratch, you just have to start. That's it. You just have to start. And I want to recommend that you start next week with me in my 5-day challenge. We're going to do a challenge together. This challenge is for women, like working moms who are ready to transition from their unfulfilling careers into their God-given callings. Because that was me. I knew like my career was just draining me. Like it was draining me. I was just like, man, like I don't feel like this is what I'm called to anymore. Like I was really had a deep desire to step into my God-given calling. And so this challenge is for working moms who are looking to transition from their unfulfilling careers, their draining careers, into their God-given calling. This challenge is for women entrepreneurs who have their business, but maybe they are service-based and they want to create a digital product, a digital means of making money passively so that they can increase different streams of income passively. And then also this challenge is for just women of faith who know that they might feel bound, and they know that they want to redesign their lives to a life of freedom, a life of flexibility, and a life of fulfillment. Those were my desires, and I know that's the women I'm called to serve. Those are their desires as well. And so I know that the women that I attract are action takers. They understand that they are goal-getters, they are goal-oriented, they are high achievers, and they know that they have an impact to make on this world. They have an impact to leave on this earth, right? They have a kingdom assignment, and they know that. And so those are the women that I'm truly called to serve, right? That's who I am. Like, I am not a coach for the mediocre many. I'm not a coach for peasant-minded people who are just like, lack mindsets. Like, no. I serve women who think abundantly and want everything that God has for them in their life, everything in their life, in their business, in all areas of their lives. Financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, relationally, socially, professionally, like all of the leads, okay? They know that God wants to prosper them in every area. And so you have to start your business from scratch the right way by seeking God, thinking of who you're called to serve, assemble a digital product, which you'll do next week with me in my 5-day challenge. Remind yourself of your why constantly, because entrepreneurship is not for the weak, right? And talk about your product every day. Talk about, how your product is solving a problem for others. How is it helping others? You've got to be proud of what it is that you've created. You have to be proud of it. You have to, be convicted. It's something and that's why I'm so passionate about it being in alignment with your purpose. Because when it's in alignment with your God-given purpose, it's like you have this inner pull, like, it's what helped you. So now you're going out to help others. In my coaching community, and also next week in the challenge, I'm going to be breaking down my 5-step treasure trial framework. So you're literally taking a trial that you went through, a trial that you went through some painful time in your life that you were able to triumph over. And then you're going to build a trail. So this is what we're going to be building next week, a trail, a 3 to 5 step trail to help others with the product. And then you're going to learn how to go out and testify, right? We're going to build out your story. And then that's when the treasures are going to roll in. Okay. So it's a 5-step treasure trial framework. And I can't wait to walk you through that framework, because you're going to be able to develop something that aligns with your purpose, and that's going to be serving others, impacting others, and just bringing, while you're impacting others, you're also, impacting yourself as well by generating income, right? So that you can be able to create that life of freedom that you desire. And so that's what I have for you today. I cannot wait for next week. And I pray that you go out and you start your business from scratch the right way, okay? And inside of the challenge next week, also, you're not technically starting from scratch, because I'm going to have done for you digital products that you can actually just plug and play. And so I break it down for you inside of the challenge, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I just can't wait. I can't wait to just get started and just to see what everyone comes up with, and just, man, it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And so let me know if you have any questions at all, at all. My girl is here. That's my desire too. I just want to be present with my children and still make enough money to make sure they live comfortably. Thank you so much, Janelle. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even so, you know, something, even homeschooling. Oh, my brother's in the house. Hey, Kevin. How are you? I love your channel. Oh my gosh, your testimony. Oh my goodness. So good. So good. Keep it up. I actually put the bell on so the next time you go live, I can be alerted. So, Zimbabwean homeschooling mom. For me, like, homeschooling my daughter was never ever on my radar. It wasn't. But honestly, like, it wasn't until I became a full-time entrepreneur that I was able to homeschool, and I'm just so incredibly honored and grateful. It's a hard journey. Like, it's not easy, but it's so rewarding. And so I can't wait, like, you, like, helping other moms, new moms like myself, to start like homeschooling, because I just started. It's still very fresh. It's hasn't even been a year. It hasn't even been a year yet. Oh, you're welcome, Kevin. It was really good. It was really good. You're so interested. I love your points. I feel like we resonate so much. Like, there's so much that you were saying that I was like, I didn't even know that you was a Rasta. That's crazy. Like, I didn't know you had a lot. Well, obviously I wouldn't have known that, but it was just really fire to like to see, and like your artwork. It was just really fire. That's so dope. And I think we just connect on so many points, like so many things that you were talking about in your live. I was like, yeah, I agree so much. I was like, yes, he's spitting truth. I love it. Love it. Love it. I cannot wait to be able to join live. When are you going live again? Let me know when you're going live again. This way I know, because I did put the bell on, the bell notification. So let me know when you go live so I could be on the lookout. Yes, homeschooling is so rewarding, but extremely challenging. That part. I've been doing it for, what? 12 years? I'm excited about the challenge, just checking it. No, it's not free. It's not free. It is not free. It's only $47 though. It's really not a lot of money, but yeah, it's not free. 12 years. Wow. Do you teach other moms how to homeschool, or like give them like points, or like, that is a huge business, like for you, like just to be 12 years is a long time. My goodness, I'm still just at a year, like not even a year yet. And so I would buy whatever you selling, because I need all the tips. I need all the tips, all the tricks. But yeah, I love it. It's very rewarding, but yes, very challenging, very challenging. Only because it's like, how is it? It's just, it's like today was really good. Like today we started this pod. They call it pods, but it's like co-op, like another co-op, where she's actually able to go out and like meet with today was the first time we did this, but from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Wednesday going forward, she's going to be in a like pod with other children. And we have another co-op on Tuesdays as well. So it's good that she's able to like mingle with other children. But today was her first day and she loved it. She really loved it. And they teach them there as well. Yeah. Yeah, 47 is not a lot. Okay, you're joining next time. What are you giving us is a real goal. Yeah, and worth so much more. Absolutely. I agree. Like, I totally agree with that. Like, I think, and that's the thing, like, I just want to serve, and pour out as much as I can in an affordable way as well. Like, but yeah, for sure. Like you can literally take the product that you create and make, and literally 100 times what you spent. You know what I mean? If you create a guide And say, for instance, even if you sell your guide for $20, right? You sell your guide for $20, and you make 2 sales, like 2 or 3 sales, you literally made your money back and some, you know what I mean? And literally when you're showing up, like I said, and you're talking about your business, the sales are going to roll in. And so you can start making even 10 sales a day from a $20 product. That's $200 a day. By the end of the month, what is that math? If you're making 10 sales a day at $20, oops, wrong thing. My calculator is downloading. What is that? Oh, maybe I should try it on the board. Oh, here it is. I think that's like an extra. Is that like an extra 6,000? Let's see. Wow, why am I having pop-ups on my calculator? That makes no sense. Okay, 20 times 10 sales per day times 30. Oops. 20 times 10 times 30. That's, yeah, extra $6,000. Oh, thank you again for your enthusiasm for Jesus. I've truly enjoyed all these lives I've caught you. Oh, definitely ring like God's kids every time. Yes! Kevin, I'm still waiting for you to tell me when you're going live again. Oh, I love that. It's great to have a homeschooling community. I can tell you're a great teacher, so I know your daughter is going to learn so much from you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bad mathing on me. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, you know what's so, yeah, I do love it. I think the challenge is like, you know, it's always just about like balancing time, but I have set time frames for when I would love to get some insight from you too, to be honest. But yeah, it's like, how many children? Wait, I think I saw your page. You have like 2 children, right? If I'm not mistaken. I believe I subscribed to your channel as well. I think, is it 2 children that you have or 3? I don't know. I think I saw 2. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how I would do more than 1. I really commend the homeschooling moms that have multiple children. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a lot. It is a lot, but it's so good. Yeah. But yeah, you can definitely start a guide to help moms like me, for sure. Just starting out, to give us pointers and give us tricks and tips, and just knowing how to really be able to steward it well, you know. This is definitely a God thing. For me, I just didn't like, well, first and foremost, it was God literally putting it on my heart to do this. It was not Janel's idea, for sure. But it just would not go away. I'm just like, I just feel like I should be homeschooling her. And then the agenda, like the woke agenda, just was not for me. Like, I just was like, I'm not going to allow my daughter to be subjected to this. She's very innocent. And I don't want anyone teaching her that she can be a man, or it, or them, or they, or any of that. And so I'm just like, you know what? I think, and I love the fact that the curriculum that I'm using is a Christian curriculum. It's faith-based. And so it's a biblical point of view. And so it has Bible scriptures in it. Like, it teaches about the Bible, about the flood, like all those things. And so I'm like, yeah, this is more like it, you know? And so yeah. Kevin still hasn't told me when he's going live again, but it's all good. I have my bell notification on, so I'll catch you when you do go live. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. But I pray that this has been a blessing and that you start your business. Oh, I actually have, oh, what? Whoa. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm not to lives yet, by the way. I got like 10 more subs, but I got canvases ready to go. I just don't have the message quite yet. Oh, like the message for what you're talking about? Um, yeah, I'm telling you, that's how. Oh, yeah, no, I think the way you did it was great. Like you were just speaking from your heart, and I felt everything. I felt everything that you were saying. And you were just literally speaking off the dome, just speaking from your heart, just speaking about your experiences, your testimonies, like, and you kept saying like, "Oh, I don't want to be rambling or whatever," but or ranting, I think you kept saying. I'm like, "No, you're not ranting at all. Like just keep going, keep sharing." Like it was really powerful. Really powerful, and I loved your boldness and just how you were able to, there were so many points that you touched on, and I was like, "Oh, that's fire. Like that's dope." Like and yeah, like so many people need to hear what you have to say. I thought it was really powerful. I loved your boldness. I actually have five. I started YouTube trying to obey the Lord a few years back, so hopefully I can do it better now. Um yeah, even if it's just to do one video a week or just show up live, that's what's been helping me, just showing up live, Zimbabwe mom, homeschooling mom. Because, well, I did do a video yesterday for the first time in like 3 weeks, but I was very consistent with my videos for a long time. But then I just started going live every day because I'm like, it's just easier. I don't have to worry about editing. And that's where it used to be hard for me because I'm like, ugh, the editing was a drag, you know? And it took longer. Like I would probably sit down to record a video for like 20 minutes and then it would take me like a whole 2 hours to edit it. I don't know why it took me that long, but I don't know. But I mean, I got faster over time, but still, like it's just way better to connect this way anyway. Oh man, that means so much to me for real. I need the encouragement on that right now. Oh my gosh, Kevin, I'm telling you, it was amazing. And I'm not just saying that just to like, no, I'm really being honest. It was really good, really good. Like I resonated with so much, and I was just like, man, like we need more of this. We need more of this on these YouTube streets because there's like you mentioned before about the tarot cards and all that. Like I was just like, yes, like talk about it. You know, I loved when you were just like, you lost friends behind it because you were like, oh, don't read me with those tarot cards. I was like, wow, I love it. I love the boldness. We need that. Yes, man of God, we need that for sure. We sure do. We need more representation of the kingdom of God on these YouTube streets for sure. So yeah, I think you should definitely start up again, Zimbabwe homeschooling mom, for sure. Definitely start up again. Um, and even if it's just like one video a week or just going live, us homeschooling moms, we need it. We need the we need the help. And with your 12 years experience, you are an expert. You are an expert. And so, oh, thank you so much for sure. Like, thank you. I think the same. We need more God on these streets for sure. For sure. And I just think your story is so interesting. Like, it really is. Yeah, it really is. Like, I don't think my story is that as interesting as yours, but oh yeah, do that. Do that. Let me know when you're gonna start. Put a date. Can you give me a date? Can you give me a date? Like when you'll start? Today's what? Today's the 15th. Yeah, today's January 15th. Let me know. Put a date on it. Let me know when you're gonna do it. When is your video coming out so I can look out for it? And Kevin, let me know when you're going live too. Don't worry about the messaging. Let it flow from your heart the way you did it before. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. Free flowing. And I meant to tell you, you remind me of my brother. You remind me so much of my brother. Just he paints as well. He's an artist, and you speak, like the way you speak, your tone, your demeanor, it just reminds me so much of my brother. And so I was like, oh my gosh, he sounds just like my brother. So yeah, I wanted to share that as well. All right, Zimbabwe mom, think of a date. Let me know when you're gonna the next live. Okay, let's see. Now I know why I'm here. Accountability. I'm so scared. I have no date. I'm honestly scared of being in front of the camera. Ooh, girl, that was me. That was me. Okay, and look at where I am today. Okay, that was me. Like, I was really okay. I often say this, the very thing that you're afraid to do is the very thing you need to be doing. I say that all the time because it's the God honest truth. The very thing that you're so afraid to do is the very thing you need to be doing. So if you go back to like I did a series called Testimony Tuesdays. This was 2 years ago when God put it on my heart to like start going live, and I was so scared. So scared. Like my armpits would sweat. I would stutter over my words. My heart would be racing. I was terrified to go live. And so I would literally just show up every Tuesday and just share a testimony. Just share one testimony for the week or something that may have happened in my past. Just sharing one testimony. And I was scared to do it. And now look at me. I'm just showing up every day now, right? And I had a coach actually ask me, she's like, Janelle, what's the one thing that, what is one thing right now that you, like if you had no fear that you would be doing? And the first thing that popped up was I would be going live every day just to connect because I was afraid to do it. I was doing it once a week, but I was afraid to do it like every day. And so literally I was like, okay, once I got awareness of that fear, I was like, okay, that means that's what I need to be doing. Oh my goodness, really? But you are so confident and well-spoken. We'll watch all your previous videos and learn. Really, I know the Lord sent me here. Yes, yes. I'm so glad. Glory to God. Glory to God. Yeah, we all start no one starts off perfect. We all start just, I'm nowhere near perfect at all. Like I still stumble over my words, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just more comfortable now. I'm just like, I love connecting and just meeting you guys, meeting new people every day and just serving. It gives me fulfillment knowing that I'm doing what God called me to do. It's just this inner fulfillment, whether it be one person on, whether it be 10 people on, whether it be 100 views, like it doesn't matter. Like I just know like I'm doing what God told me to do. So I'm just going to show up. Even if I'm speaking to an empty room, because I've done that many a times. I'm just going to show up. Oh, that's such a good idea. One testimony a week. Yeah, there's so many stories I could tell. Yes, Kevin, for sure. For sure. Yeah, just like ask God, sit down and be like, Lord, what should I share today? What should I share this week? For sure. Absolutely. Like people connect with testimonies. We overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We have to share testimonies. Like I'm very passionate about testimonies. Like I always watch testimonies on YouTube. Like people who like, especially the ones where they're like, they die and they like go to heaven or hell or whatever. And then they come back to life. Like I love those testimonies and just testimonies on how. So it started with me sharing my testimony and then it evolved in me interviewing others, sharing their testimonies. And so I stopped that I think it was August was my last interview. And I don't know when I'll start that back up again. That was a series called Testimonies of Faith where I was interviewing other people. But yeah, I'm on pause right now because that was on Instagram. But now I'm on YouTube. So I haven't felt led to do that yet. Like the Lord had me pause it. And so I don't know when he'll have me pick it back up. But yeah, like testimonies are really powerful. Really powerful. And just listening to your video, Kevin, your live, I was like, wow, he has so many testimonies. Like you've been through a lot. And that was just in a 40-minute clip. I'm just like, whoa, it's a lot. A lot. And a lot of people like, that's how we overcome. Like people listen to your story, they hear how you persevered, they hear how you were able to overcome, and so they feel encouraged, right? They feel encouraged, they feel inspired to also overcome as well. And so yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then you can and you know another thing, Kevin, like you can repeat the same testimony because you're always going to literally be getting new people. So don't feel weird, like because I used to feel like that too. I still feel like that sometimes. I'm like I feel like a broken record. But I heard someone else say this, like a business coach. I forget who. They were just like, if you don't, well, at least for business, if you're not tired of what you're saying, you're not saying it enough. At least that's for business. That's business advice. But yeah, like don't people need to hear it over and over, and they'll hear the same information over and over again, you know? So and when you show up and you're speaking to people, you're speaking to new people that never even heard your testimony. So yeah, for sure you can share. Don't feel like you gotta come up with something brand new all the time. Like no, like I share the same, I share my testimony all the time. It's the same testimony, but it's the truth, and it's where I was and where I am today, and just helping women to realize like they can get there too. They can truly get there too. They don't have to stay stuck, because man, that's like my biggest thing. Like Isaiah 61:1, that's my mandate. Like, you don't have to be bound. You do not have to be bound. You don't have to be bound. There's freedom. There's freedom within. Freedom is within. Everything we need is within us already. But it's just for us to believe God. That's why that's my mantra. That's my mantra. Like I'm always just like, anytime I feel any type of inkling of doubt or fear, I just say, I believe God. I believe God. I'm not going to allow any distractions, any facts to get me off course. No, I believe God. I believe the word of God over everything else. It doesn't matter what anything else looks like in the physical. I believe God. And so yeah, just believe God for what he's calling you to do and who he's calling you to become, so that's the only way we have fulfillment. It truly is. It's the only way. The only way is really answering the call of God on our lives and just showing up and doing what he's called us to do. That's it. That's it. That is it. And it's not money. It's not cars. It's not clothes. It's not houses. It's not material things. The only thing that brings you fulfillment is actually doing your kingdom assignment here. That's it. Walking in your purpose. And so, man, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back, God willing, tomorrow for another live. I don't know when, what time. What am I talking about tomorrow? I wrote it down. Ooh, that's a good one. So yeah, we'll be showing up tomorrow, God willing, for another live. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Wait, what time is it? What time is it in Zimbabwe? I'm so curious. Is it like, are you 6 hours ahead? I think you might be 6 hours ahead. Is it like 5 in the morning there? If you're still here. I don't even know if you're still here. But yeah, 6:15 a.m. Yeah, I was like, I think you're 6 hours, because I have a client in Germany and she's like 6 hours ahead. So yeah, it's so cool. So cool. And another client in Qatar, she is 5 hours ahead. So yeah, it's so powerful. I just love what I get to do. And wow, good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's nighttime here. So thank you for rocking out with me. I pray that this quick word was a blessing to you, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, God willing, in the next live. Let me know when you have a date, Zimbabwean. I can't wait to watch your new video, and Kevin as well. I can't wait to see you go live as well, to share your more of your testimonies. And so, bless you guys. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful night. I'm going to tell you just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. Trust God for the next step. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.